Has that story. Liz, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning to you. Definitely unsettling day for so many people here in California, and folks in this community here in Humboldt County are just thankful that it wasn't worse. But the owner of this store here in downtown Ferndale says in just 10 seconds, this quake did thousands of dollars in damage to his business, with bottles and food and other items falling off the shelves. Now, here in Humboldt County, there's been some reports of power outages and a couple homes knocked off their foundation. There's also been several aftershocks we felt when some 60 reported so far. Experts say this part of Northern California, where three tectonic plates meet, has more magnitude 7 quakes than anywhere else in the state. Hoda.
All right, Liz Kreutz for us there. Thank you, Liz.
Well, he joins me now from Ferndale, California, near the epicenter of that quake. That's about 4.5 hours north of San Francisco. Liz, good to see you. We know people in California live in earthquake country. They expect it, but there have been several aftershocks as well. What does the damage look like at this point?
Hey, Vicki. Well, I mean, yes, definitely earthquakes expected here, especially here in Humboldt County, which experts tell us has more 7.0 quakes than anywhere else in the state, just because it's where three tectonic plates come together. That said, though, Vicki, a 7.0 is a big earthquake, and it's the largest quake that California has seen in 3 decades. And so it definitely raised a lot of alarms. We saw it trigger that tsunami warning. Here in Humboldt County, there's a lot of folks, though, that are just really, really grateful that given the size, it did not cause major significant structural damage, no injuries. But there is a financial toll here. Here in the town of Ferndale, I talked to an owner of a gift shop here right before Christmas. He says that it caused some major issues for his store. He was inside when it hit, and he says there's probably about $10,000 to $12,000 in losses. Take a listen. What did it feel like?
Just like a train, being a train wreck. I mean, just a train coming through. Just the noise and the volume of stuff falling off the floors.
And did you immediately say earthquake?
Oh, obviously.
And just 2 years ago, there was a 6.4 quake that also caused issues like that here in this exact same area. So it's just been sort of a rough few years for folks like him here. And they say that as a mom and pop shop, insurance isn't going to cover those losses, Vicki.
Liz, talk to us about the tsunami warning that went out, because my understanding is because this earthquake went this way instead of this way vertically, that lessened the risk. There was no actual tsunami, but folks really got out, right?
Yeah, so it ended up shaking in a way that was sort of horizontal, and that experts say is what ended up not triggering a tsunami, but it did lead NOAA to trigger that warning. And we know that there's 4 levels of a warning: an advisory and a warning. And when you get that warning, it is officials saying that there could be a high risk for a tsunami and potential flooding. It tells people to go to higher ground. That is what folks did. We saw communities from Berkeley to Half Moon Bay issuing evacuation warnings. Thankfully, or orders, I should say, but thankfully within an hour it was lifted and all was okay. But definitely a bit of a scare here in California.
A 7.0 magnitude quake. Now, that's a big one. Liz Kreutz, thank you very much.